My name is Gabi. I live in Washington, D.C. with my husband and 2 children, and I am a rare mother. When my son Elliot was born, it quickly became clear that something wasn't right. He was intensely floppy. We weren't noticing any eye contact, and he was having these awkward movements, and we wondered, could these be seizures? We kept bringing this up with our pediatrician, but were dismissed over and over again. Things like, oh, all babies develop at their own pace, or it's probably just an exaggerated startle reflex. But, I was in this new moms group, and every time we met, I could really see that Elliot kept falling further and further behind. Initially, I was just so frustrated because we just kept being invalidated, and I knew something wasn't right. But then it really turned more to fear. I was so scared that we were missing something, and I just didn't have any information to work with. After this 15-month-long marathon of waiting for a diagnosis, we got the call that there was something in the test. And when we went in, we were told that it's this extremely rare pediatric epilepsy, and there was nothing that they could do. What became clear to us is that in rare disease, a diagnosis is not an answer, it's not the finish line. It was just the beginning. I remember coming back from these mothers groups and just breaking down crying because it was so painfully obvious that Elliot was not developing like these kids. So my friends, they would ask, how's Elliot doing? And I honestly, I didn't have a vocabulary for it. How do you say that your kid isn't doing anything? He wasn't meeting any milestones. And even talking about it became incredibly painful. When I think back on this now, what really stands out is just the constant loss and mourning for what we thought life was going to be and what we thought we were going to share with Elliot. There is nothing typical about our daily life. Elliot requires 24-hour monitoring just to keep him alive. Elliot requires respiratory treatments, constant physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, vision therapy. There's feeding and hydration. Elliot gets fed through a pump into his stomach directly, and that is done over 20 hours throughout the day. There's medications, changing diapers. It's not just busy, it's the intensity. There's just a constant intensity here that any moment this place could turn into an emergency room. With a daily life like that, who has time for themselves? Finding a community of rare mothers who are like-minded to connect with has been an incredible comfort and really helped me take better care of myself. One of the most important parts of this journey is finding other people who can understand and relate to what you're going through. Part of my hope in doing this is for the rare mothers out there to know that you are not alone.
All humans need personal connection and emotional support, but rare mothers more than most. Rare mothers give all they have, heart, body, mind, and soul. Yet they're the least likely to seek help for themselves. To all the rare mothers around the world, you are not alone. We see you.